It was supposed to be an ordinary hiking trip, a weekend escape into the wild beauty of the Rocky Mountains. The air was crisp, the sky a flawless blue. And the group of friends, seasoned hikers, all laughed as they set off along the winding trail. Among them was Daniel Harper, a 29-year-old outdoor enthusiast with a love for adventure and a knack for reading the land. But as the sun dipped behind the jagged peaks, the forest seemed to change. Shadows grew longer, the wind colder, and an uneasy silence settled over the group. That's when Daniel decided to take a detour shortcut. He insisted that would lead them to a hidden waterfall he'd read about online. He walked ahead, promising to meet the others at the next clearing. Minutes passed, then an hour. When his friends reached the clearing, Daniel was gone. No footprints, no broken branches, no sound. It was as if the mountain itself had swallowed him whole. Search teams scoured the area for days. Dogs caught no scent. Helicopters saw nothing from above. Daniel Harper had vanished, leaving behind only a chilling mystery and a question that would haunt everyone who heard his story. How can someone disappear without a trace, in a place where nothing should be able to hide? As dawn broke over the rugged peaks, a desperate search party assembled. Friends, family, and local authorities combed through the dense forest, calling Daniel's name into the eerie silence. Volunteers brought trained search dogs, hoping their keen noses would pick up a trace. Helicopters buzzed overhead, scanning the vast wilderness with thermal cameras. But the mountain held its secrets tightly. No footprints, no torn foliage, no sign of struggle. It was as if Daniel had simply vanished into thin air. The area where he disappeared was notorious. Over the years, dozens of people had gone missing in these mountains under baffling circumstances. Some were found days later, disoriented but alive. Others were never seen again. The local sheriff, a grizzled man with decades of experience, spoke grimly to the press. "This isn't the first time someone's disappeared here without a trace. We're dealing with something we don't understand." As the search stretched into days, theories began to swirl. Was it an animal attack, a sudden accident, or something far more sinister, lurking in the shadows of the wilderness? As investigators dug deeper into Daniel Harper's disappearance, a chilling pattern began to emerge. This was not an isolated incident. The area was part of a larger mystery known as Missing 411, a term coined for a series of baffling disappearances in national parks across North America. What made these cases so eerie was not just the frequency, but the strange similarities. Most victims vanished near water sources or in clusters of large boulders. Many were last seen wearing unusual clothing, like heavy jackets on hot days, or minimal clothing in freezing weather. Search dogs often failed to pick up any scent, even though they were trained to detect human presence. Some victims were found miles away from their last known location, in places impossible to reach without leaving a trace. Experts and skeptics debated fiercely. Some blamed disorientation or accidents. Others whispered about paranormal forces, secret government experiments, or even unknown creatures lurking in the wilderness. For Daniel's family, the unanswered questions were unbearable. They clung to hope but feared the worst. Meanwhile, the mountain remained silent, guarding its secrets beneath the towering pines and jagged rocks. As the media spotlight intensified, so did the theories surrounding Daniel's disappearance and the missing 411 phenomenon as a whole. Some experts pointed to natural explanations, sudden weather changes, dangerous terrain, or even animal attacks. But these explanations failed to account for the bizarre details. Why were so many people found in unusual places, sometimes miles from where they disappeared? Why did search dogs lose the scent trail so quickly? Then there were the more unsettling ideas. A few researchers suggested the presence of a mysterious predator, something unknown to science, lurking in the shadows of the forest. Others speculated about paranormal activity, portals, time slips, or malevolent spirits that preyed on hikers. Conspiracy theorists took it further, claiming secret government experiments or cover-ups in these remote areas designed to hide the truth from the public. For Daniel's friends, these theories were both terrifying and frustrating. They wanted answers grounded in reality, but the mountain seemed to mock every attempt to uncover its secrets. As night fell over the Rockies, the question remained: what truly happened to Daniel Harper and to the countless others who vanished without a trace? Weeks after Daniel's disappearance, a breakthrough came from an unexpected source. A local hiker, exploring a rarely visited part of the forest, stumbled upon a small, weathered backpack partially hidden beneath a thick layer of pine needles. Inside, the search team found Daniel's journal. Its pages were filled with detailed notes about his hike, sketches of the terrain, and cryptic entries that hinted at something strange happening before he vanished. One entry stood out. "The forest feels alive. The shadows move when I'm not looking. I hear whispers in the wind, names I don't recognize. I don't know if I'm imagining things or if something is watching me." This chilling message added a new layer of mystery. Was Daniel aware of a hidden danger? Had he encountered something beyond explanation? Despite this clue, Daniel was never found. His disappearance remains one of the many unsolved cases in the missing 411 files, an enduring enigma that continues to baffle experts and haunt those who dare to explore the unknown. Despite the discovery of Daniel's journal, the forest remained mercilessly silent. Days turned into weeks, and weeks into months. Search efforts dwindled, but the mystery only deepened. Local hikers reported strange occurrences near the area where Daniel vanished: unexplained cold spots, fleeting shadows between the trees, and eerie whispers carried by the wind. Some claimed to see a figure watching them from the edge of the woods, vanishing when approached. The community grew divided between those who believed Daniel had fallen victim to the wilderness and those convinced something supernatural was at play. The missing 411 cases, including Daniel's, became a dark legend whispered around campfires and online forums. Experts continued to analyze the data, but no definitive answers emerged. The mountains kept their secrets, and Daniel Harper's fate remained an unsolved enigma, chilling reminder that sometimes nature hides more than just beauty. Months after Daniel's disappearance, an old ranger named Tom, who had patrolled these mountains for over 30 years, came forward with a startling revelation. He spoke of similar vanishings dating back decades, cases that never made the headlines. Tom described strange phenomena he had witnessed: compasses spinning wildly, sudden fog banks appearing without warning, and an unsettling feeling of being watched. He recalled a chilling story of a group of hikers who vanished in nearly the same spot where Daniel disappeared, only to be found days later miles away, with no memory of how they got there. According to Tom, these mountains were more than just a natural wilderness. They were a place where the veil between worlds was thin, where time and space could twist unpredictably. His words added a new dimension to the mystery, suggesting that Daniel's disappearance might be part of something far older and darker than anyone had imagined. Driven by Ranger Tom's revelations, a small team of investigators and psychics ventured into the heart of the forest, hoping to uncover the truth behind the disappearances. They carried not only traditional search equipment, but also tools for sensing paranormal activity. As they delved deeper, the atmosphere grew heavier. Trees seemed to close in, and an unnatural silence blanketed the woods. At one point, their compasses spun uncontrollably, and electronic devices malfunctioned. One night, around the campfire, one of the psychics claimed to hear faint voices calling Daniel's name. The team recorded strange sounds: whispers, footsteps, and chilling cries that could not be explained by nature. Their investigation uncovered an ancient Native American legend about the mountains being a gateway to another realm, a place where lost souls wandered in time lost, meaning, though they found no physical trace of Daniel, the team returned with recordings and testimonies that deepened the mystery and left everyone wondering if the mountainous darkness was something beyond human understanding. Back in town, the recordings and testimonies from the investigation sparked heated debate. Skeptics dismissed them as tricks of the mind or natural forest sounds, but others were convinced they had captured evidence of something truly unexplainable. One chilling detail stood out. Several witnesses reported feeling an overwhelming sense of dread, as if an unseen force was watching, waiting, sometimes even pushing people away from certain areas. Locals began to avoid the parts of the forest near Daniel's last known location. Hikers shared stories of sudden disorientation, compasses spinning wildly, and time seeming to stretch or collapse unpredictably. The mountain seemed alive, a silent predator guarding its secrets with an invisible hand. For Daniel's family and friends, the mystery was a torment. Was he trapped somewhere between worlds? Lost forever to a force no one could see or fight? The unanswered questions hung heavy in the air as the mountain kept its secrets, whispering only to those brave or foolish enough to listen. Years passed, but Daniel Harper's disappearance remained an unsolved enigma etched into the lore of the mountains and the hearts of those left behind. Occasionally, hikers reported fleeting glimpses of a lone figure standing silently among the trees, watching from a distance before vanishing without a trace. Some claimed to hear whispered warnings, carried by the winds, urging them to turn back. The missing 411 cases continue to baffle experts and haunt adventurers worldwide. A chilling reminder that some places on Earth defy explanation. Daniel's story is a testament to the unknown forces lurking just beyond the veil of reality, forces that challenge our understanding of nature, time, and existence itself. As long as the mountains stand, their shadows will hold secrets waiting for the next curious soul to step into the darkness and vanish without a trace.